Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. I'm not going to tell you what I was laughing at. Highly inappropriate. Remember they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. Use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. So your key to the week is the Star card: hope, optimism, and joy. What I really feel about this card, though, because usually it's like a glimpse into the future, it gives you a reason to be hopeful and optimistic, but this week I actually feel like this is like a really jacked up version of the Nine of Cups. There's some kind of big wish fulfilled. This is a week where something that you've wanted, something that you've hoped for, something that you've really wanted to see sort of play out or unfold in your life, this week you're going to get it, right? Like this week you see it unfold, or your wish is fulfilled in a big way. So I'm really excited for you. For your key to, for your actions and options, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, right? So the Lady of Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo person may feature for you in some of your plans this week. But also remember, this card is about proliferation. It's about getting the most out of what you're doing at any given moment. One thing that I will say to you about this card, it gives you... like with the Queen of Pentacles, it gives you a chance to enhance the experience that you're having. So whatever you are setting into motion this week, just know that it will likely have bigger and better results than you had hoped for. When it comes to your options, as in the options that are available to you this week, your Queen of Pentacles gives you a really firm... it gives you a really firm direction to go in. Now, because you've got the Star card with this, it basically says that your actions are enhanced, and whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever you're looking to create, whatever you're looking to bring into your world in a practical way, not only do you see the results, but you will see really good results. Like, this is a wish that is fulfilled on a material level. When it comes to your communications and conversations, you've got the Ten of Wands. This with the Star card, right? So the Ten of Wands is the release of a burden, but it's also a change point, right? Because it's an attainment of some sort. And you've got this with the Star card. So this is something that you had hoped to communicate for your future, especially when it comes to your working life, because the career and communications is about your work, right? And what you're communicating to people is where you are, where your boundaries are this week, right? You're not sort of taking it on the chin anymore. Pisces is done turning the other cheek, darling, so we like it. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, your Ten of Wands, excuse me, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, your Ten of Wands, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, there's a chance that this week you are seeing the results, right? So you could be having a conversation with a lecturer or a teacher, somebody who divulges knowledge to you, and they could be saying to you, like, this is the grade that you're in line for once you finish, providing you stay where you're at. Now, you've got a chance to adjust this, but if I'm completely honest with you, I don't think you need to. And the reason I say that is because the Star card is the wish fulfilled, right? So whatever you've been working on, you've done enough. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, This is the future prospects of the job that you're currently in. Now, one way that this might show up for you, you could see very quickly that maybe in the job or the arena that you're in currently, you're at the ceiling. There's nowhere else for you to go. But there are other opportunities that open up here for you. So the Ten of Wands can be a move or a change. The Star card is the internet, it's technology, but it's also, in terms of places, it represents the States. It also represents Brighton in the UK, it represents Singapore, it represents Zurich. So if you've got links to any of these places through your work, or would like to have links to any of these places through your work, this week could go a long way to helping that take place. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I love this, right? Because that Ten of Wands is you effectively communicating what you are about, you know, what your business is really here to do, to serve. And that Star card, maybe you've already put the feelers out to certain types of clients. Maybe you put it out to 5 people, you had 4 no's, but all you need is that one magical yes. And this tells me that this week you will get the yes. There's going to be a moment at which you kind of take a minute and it's like, wow, I've done it. Right? You've got recognition or some kind of insight or connection to a bigger or a larger company or entity, and it means that your future is very, very bright. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, I actually think this could be a lot to do with a change of location or a change of home in some regard. So that could be really lovely. When it comes to your love and relations, you've got the 10 of Cups. So you've got 2 10s here. 2 10s represents change, and it's usually a big change at that. One of these cards in particular literally represents the home. I would not be surprised if over the course of the next 3 to 6 months, as a result of this week, you do start talking seriously about changing the location, about changing your home. What's really interesting about this is for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could either be some wonderful news from a partner about their work. It could also be that maybe a partner gains some sort of material, maybe they get a bonus, maybe they get some sort of big recognition at work that really improves their prospects in some regard. And because you've got the Queen of Pentacles here as well, the health of the relationship is solid, right? Like your relationship sector is strong this week. For those of you that are single and looking, that 10 of Cups, if you are meeting someone this week, especially someone online, going to give you the Rafi spiel, right? We are not, and I have no sympathy for anybody that this is happening to in 2024, right? We are not out here in 2024 being catfished. As a result of the pandemic, everybody, and I mean literally everybody, including my grandparents, have smartphones, or my grandparent, they all have smartphones. There's no excuse, right? If you meet somebody and you're talking to someone online and you feel like it's going to be serious or it has the potential to go somewhere, you FaceTime them. If you can't FaceTime them at least once or twice, keep it moving, right? We're not out here in 2024 being catfished. I've got no sympathy for anybody that, like, in this day and age, if you're out here getting catfished, I'm not interested, right? You can ask someone to verify get me on FaceTime or whatever the case might be as quick as you like, right? Don't be out here divulging half your life story to people that you've never met, all right? Okay, rant over. You could be meeting somebody that might actually be really nice and could develop into something, but because the Star card's involved, Star card is technology, the chances are it is online first. Convert that as quick as possible into real time, and I think it will come good. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is actually a good card for money because it makes you really proactive, and you've also got the 10 of Wands here. This with the Star card, there are opportunities that are, whatever shows up for you now in terms of making more money when it comes to the work, when it comes to utilizing your skills, or maybe even sort of, you know, pitching for the level that you feel like you're at. This is just the start of it. This is just the start of new money, bigger resources, or access to more of those things. The Knight of Wands, you're going to get really proactive, but it will be a very busy week. But there are opportunities to make more money here. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Knight of Wands is a great energy because this gives you boundless energy. I will say, because you've got this with the Star card, be careful with overdoing it though, like overexerting yourself, because your nervous system could take the brunt of it. And sometimes the Knight of Wands can show up as inflammation. And then finally, when it comes to the home and environment, the Knight of Wands, it does suggest that it's going to be all go, go, go. There's a lot of shifting, there's a lot of changing taking place this week within the home sector. It will be fast and furious, but I also feel like you will enjoy this as well. It's also worth mentioning, on the 18th of April, my next tarot course will be going live. You want to spend 12 weeks with me learning to read how I do. Lots of tips and tricks. You get 3 hours a week for 12 weeks, live classes with me. You get more PDFs than you can shake a stick at. Enrollment will open on the 18th and will close on the 30th. So set your dates and timers, because there's only 20 spaces and I keep them small so that I can give you the best of my insights, right? So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.